Alright, hello everybody, welcome to Sport Port. So today we're going to just do a quick review of what happened Thursday night. It went very well for us again. And talk about my game picks for tomorrow, week 17 of the NFL season. So, starting off with this, we went 2 for 2, which is what we have to have happen because the safety net is picking 2 games, parlaying them together. But Thursday night, we have to do the over-under and the game. But it hit for us. Cowboys minus 6.5. It was 27-13, and over 33.5. They scored 40. So that was a minus 120 parlay. Bet 120, you get 100. So if you bet 100, you got like $80, which is perfectly fine with me. It's, we've been doing very well on these. So now that has happened, here is what we have for the rest of the week. So obviously we had those 2 wins, which brings us to 44-14. Huge fan of that, 76%. I'm not complaining at all. That is a great amount to be hitting. And going 2 for 2 on our Thursday night parlays is really, really good as well. So starting off, we're going Panthers plus 10.5. I think that they could beat, I personally think that they will beat the Buccaneers this weekend. And I'm not crazy worried about it. So plus 10.5 is a lot of points. Minus 295 on that, which isn't bad at all. I like to kind of keep it below 300 usually. And we're barely getting it there. But plus 10.5, I'm going to take every point that I can get just to be on the safer side. And I think that they could beat the Buccaneers, so I'm not too worried. Then we got Eagles money line. Money lines aren't something we do super often here, but I just think they're going to win. I believe they're minus 5.5 normally. So this one's only minus 260, which is pretty good. I think that they, even if Gardner Minshew is playing, think that they are going to crush the Saints. They have the better offense. Defenses are closer, but, Eagles have a very good defense, and Andy Dalton isn't, in my opinion, as good as Gardner Minshew. The weapons just aren't on the same level in pretty much every position except maybe running back, but Kamara hasn't been great either. So I really like the Eagles in this one. Then we got Jaguars plus 3.5. They're going against the worst team in the NFL, or one of the very, very bottom teams in the NFL. And plus 3.5 on that team. I don't see them losing at all. So plus 3.5 I like a lot, and minus 265 is not bad as well. So you'll be able to put 2 of these together and get a pretty fair, minus 120 range, or maybe even less than that if you take it with, Eagles or something. But I don't see them losing this game at all. And if they do lose this game, I don't think it would be by more than a field goal. So I really like that one. Then we got probably our riskiest safety net odds-wise to date at minus 172. So we usually, I don't think, have ever gone under 200. But this one I really like, and if I want to get it to minus 2.5, it's going to be at minus 450. So that's just way too much to where you're going to be getting, not enough money back to just, make it worth it a lot of the time. But I still really like minus 6.5. I could absolutely see them beating them by more than a touchdown. Raiders are a wreck. Jarrett Stidham's going to go out there and start. I don't think, I like this spread with Derek Carr in, so I'm not worried there. Jarrett Stidham isn't going to come out and put on a show, in my opinion, especially against the best defense in the league. And the 49ers, even if they're trying to run the game out, they're trying to run the game out with Christian McCaffrey, where he could score 3 touchdowns on his own. So not worried about that one at all, especially with Raiders defense also being bad. Minus 6.5 looks great to me, and minus 172 is really good for that line. Vikings plus 7.5 is apparently I am surprised that Green Bay is favored to win at all. Vikings are 12-3, Packers are 7-8. Obviously, the Vikings play a lot of close games, and plus 7.5 with a team that gets a lot of close games is pretty good in my opinion. If it's close, I think the Vikings will win. That's what they've been doing all season. They're like 11-0 in one-score games. And then the Packers just, they looked fine against the Dolphins. Sure, the Vikings defense isn't great, yes, but I just think, maybe they lose. Maybe I'm wrong and they lose, but they would have to lose by more than a touchdown in this scenario, and I definitely do not see that happening. Lastly, for the Monday night game, we do have the Bengals plus 7.5, so you are fully able to put, Jaguars with the Bengals here, unlike with the Thursday night games where I don't have that out yet. But I do really, really like this. Bengals plus 7.5. I think they absolutely win this game. Absolutely, I think they win this game. Plus 7.5 is super safe. Obviously, minus 340. But, minus 340 is not that bad, especially if you take it with, the 49ers at minus 172. You would, money back wise, you'd be perfectly fine. So that's what I like this weekend. Hopefully we can keep going. Hopefully we can hit all these and hit 50 wins. But we'll have to see what happens. It would be very hard to go 8-0 even when you're buying points like this. So I'm not expecting that, but it would be very, very nice to see. And then I'll just throw up here, I've already talked about the important games, but this is just what I think. So if you're out there and you're like, I'm thinking I just want to do money line stuff, or I think this team's going to win, I'm just looking for, someone else that thinks that. These are what I'm thinking. So, Dolphins, Patriots, I put the P afterwards for Patriots. That's who I think is going to win that game. So as you can see, some of this goes with the safety nets where Panthers, Buccaneers, I think the Panthers are going to straight up win. So why wouldn't I take them in the safety net? But just a quick video going over everything today. Good luck to anybody's teams tomorrow, bets tomorrow, whatever. But good luck, and I'll see you guys Monday.